Hello and welcome to Literacy Leads All. And what this is a goal and Padlet set for students to find new and reliable reading resources. And particularly, we're going to be discussing new and reliable reading resources that might challenge previously held beliefs that maybe need to be challenged. So that's going to be the focus of our lesson and our Padlet today as we move forward through the resources that I've provided. Now, in looking at our information today, what I want to focus on here is, of course, that we are looking at finding new and reliable reading resources for the purpose of reflecting and questioning assumptions and possible misconceptions. So, as students utilize this Padlet and its level of resources, the goal is that they would then start to be able to question things they might already believe based on new or relevant information. So as you can see here, we have a discussion question, and that is, why is it important to learn, among all of the choices of sources on the internet, the reliability of the sites and sources that can be read, especially within inquiry-based learning, so when we're doing research, and needing to challenge the mindsets a person may already believe in, okay? Because if you are looking at the internet, especially, there are a lot of mindsets out there that are just beliefs that are not necessarily based in reliability. And so we want to make sure that we are covering that. One of the first examples and tools that I give the students is actually a set of videos by the author John Green. And what this is some crash course on him providing students on how to understand a reliable resource on the internet. And as you can see here, it is a set of 10 YouTube videos, each at about 3 to 4 minutes apiece, that tell students how to test the reliability of some of the resources that they are navigating on the internet. Now, after learning how to navigate the web and search for reliable resources, one of the things I've actually provided here on this Padlet in the next three sections here, you see it says all about books, kids reads, and what should I read next. And what those are provided sites for students if they're looking for a new nonfiction book. These sites are good for fiction as well, but they can also locate new nonfiction books based on the subject that they are researching. And these three sites will allow them to find that information. Now, after finding new books through these three sites, Kids Reads and What Should I Read Next, I've provided examples of reliable resources that give nonfiction news information and allows students to see what a reliable resource looks like, especially in light of current events. These are websites that give them current event ideas. So we see National Geographic Kids, Smithsonian for Students, Dogo News, and of course the Smithsonian Tween Tribune, which are all set up as examples of places they can go for up-to-date articles, news, and like I said, reliable resources. In addition, some of these sites have other fun activities that students can do within the site, like games and things like that. So as you can see, here's an example of our Smithsonian for students with various activities that they can look at and do. And these are, of course, again, things that are meant to help guide students in their research as well. And these, again, are examples of reliable resources they can depend on. Now, in concluding, a couple of sites that I have given on the Padlet here for other teachers in the building to use or other librarians, and things I intend on using is, of course, EduBlogs, which is a place where students can blog and write and publish the information that they've learned. So especially if they have learned new information that has challenged their beliefs, including how to find reliable information, they could then publish it here. Who's Reading acts like a Facebook style feed that allows students to share their thoughts on things that they have read. This also allows them to share back and forth about books they have read and articles and things like that. So that way if they discover something that has challenged their misconceptions, they can then share that with others depending on and sharing the reliable resource. And then finally, one of the last sites that I've given here is, of course, our famous Snopes. Because here again, I do want students to be able to challenge their misconceptions by looking to a site that is known for their fact checking. And so I gave them this site as just a last place for them to go as well. So if there's something that they come across that they think doesn't sound right and they're still challenging that, then they can always go to Snopes and decide for themselves whether or not it is correct. So as you go through this Padlet, I hope that you find that it is a reliable resource for future use. Um, and my goal again is to continue adding to it as I discover more and more information about things that might help students reflect and question their assumptions and their misconceptions. Thank you for reading, and I hope you enjoy it.